I'm Austin Smith, and I'm clearly getting to this a little bit late, but I'm just stupid and didn't even see it until like yesterday. So I decided to put this together, even if I don't get a grade for it, just to make sure that you know that I can do this and I know how to. I'm from a lot of places. I was born in Carrollton, lived in Buchanan, moved around a lot, went to LaGrange, lived with my grandparents for a little bit in Bremen, ended up in Moreland for like 6 years, and then we moved here in Paulding County in Dallas, Georgia in 2018, I believe, and we've moved around here a few times, but we've stayed in Dallas. So I'm a college freshman in my second semester, trying to do a little bit better than last time. I got a pretty rough GPA, but we'll see what happens. My major is sports management. My favorite things, movies wise, is Jojo Rabbit, Manchester by the Sea, and the Saw franchise outside of Saw the Final Chapter, Spiral, and Jigsaw, which, yeah, just don't watch those movies. They're really bad outside of the ones that I listed here. My favorite books are the Song of Ice and Fire series. You guys probably know them as the Game of Thrones books. That's the title of the book series, obviously not the title of the show. Normal People, which is just like a kind of like a drama book. It's pretty much a romance story. Pretty sad, pretty depressing, like most stuff that I like. And the Dark Tower series, which is like a adventure action series written by Stephen King that basically connects all his books. I'm a big Stephen King guy. Obviously, can't list all of them here; it'd take way too long. And then my favorite artists are Gojira, Tool, Deftones, Chevelle, Hail the Sun, Dance Gavin Dance. Um, Big into metal. I do like a lot of rap and R&B, but I can't list everything here. My favorite songs from Gojira is called This Emptiness. Just really like the song, can't tell you why. Favorite song by Tool is Push It. It's a different version of the song from a live album. I really like it. I think it's really good. And then we have Sleep Apnea by Chevelle. Just an amazing song. You know, the vocals on it are pretty crazy. So my favorite video games are Elden Ring, Dark Souls 1, the Uncharted series, College Football 25, and NCAA 14. And then any Madden before Madden 13, because since 2012, they've been making dog shit Madden games. So, I mean, kind of have to. I mean, I bought Madden 25 this year, and I think I played maybe an hour of it. College Football 25 is real good. I probably have like 200 hours in it. Elden Ring, I've just recently gotten into. Like, I played Dark Souls games and stuff like that before. Um, I'm super obsessed with it right now. I've played like 20 hours in like the past like 3 or 4 days. I've kind of been really getting into that when I'm not doing schoolwork or at work. And that's what I've been really doing outside of hanging out with my fiance. And then ideas and topics that interest me is populism and its rise in relevancy in recent political spheres, aka Donald Trump's version of populism on the right wing and Bernie's Sanders populism on the left wing. Basically, just presenting problems and then saying, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and not actually presenting how to fix an issue. Really, it's like the general idea. It's just basically trying to appeal to as many people as possible. Populism, I think, is an issue because there's a lot of politicians that fall into this trap of, or not even fall into the trap, but are purposely like, hey, I'm going to do this thing for you, and never really tell, the electorate, hey, this is what's going to happen if we do this thing. This is how it's going to benefit you. They just say what sounds good, either, on both sides of the aisle. Obviously, I lean left, but, I'm not a big Bernie Sanders guy. Not really big into populism there. And I really, really wish I could figure out why it works so well outside of just appealing to as many people as possible. Politics in general, I'm big into politics. And then how people perceive policy. You see here it says such as Biden's many legislative accomplishments in office. I was literally having a conversation with my dad the other day, and he was like, tell me that Biden basically did absolutely nothing in office, which blew the shit right out of my. It kind of blew my mind. Um, it made me realize, wow, people really don't understand that this guy was like kind of kicking ass in office. With the Inflation Reduction Act, the infrastructure bill, all the bills he passed to help Ukraine against the invasion of Russia, trying to create peace in Israel and Palestine, and just trying to do right by foreign policy, trying to do right in domestic policy, and passing plenty of legislation that I think majority of people don't really know about. And to me, that's really sad. And it's just like it shows the state of our like current media landscape and how a lot of alternative media is taken over, and how a lot of people just kind of stay inside of their echo chambers and epistemic bubbles, which is what I have here last. So echo chambers and epistemic bubbles are real big problems. People can't escape these things that they're in. You get like a Steven Crowder video, and then you have Ben Shapiro, and then you have maybe on the left you have like Hassan Abi videos. There's this guy Mike from PA who like basically leeches off of Hassan Abi, and these guys are real idiots, real dumb people, real fucking retard idiots. And it's really, people just stay in that like bubble that they're in. They don't go and try to explore, read, look through articles, do research. I kind of pride myself on being able to do this myself. I wasn't very good at it, obviously. When I was younger, I fell into a really bad alt-right pipeline. I was able to pull myself out just by realizing, hey, I'm not very religious, and all these guys really seem to appeal to like Christian nationalism, and I'm like, okay, I don't think I really fuck with this. But yeah. And then myself, I grew up in a very traditional religious household. Obviously, I talked about falling into an alt-right pipeline. I'm starting to become very pessimistic about the American population, people who vote, the electorate. But I'm very optimistic about my own future. I think, just get through college. I'm working a part-time job. Just paying my bills, doing everything right, getting my degree, getting a good job, hopefully, after college. And, obviously, I've said my fiance, I'm engaged to the love of my life, and, that's about it.